Today on the grid, it is open Q&A day. We're taking your Q's. We're giving some A's. It's open Q&A day. Ask us anything about photography or Lightroom or Photoshop or chicken sandwiches or love. The real man, son of Sam, Silence of the Lambs. He likes green eggs and ham. Not pebbles, but bam, bam. The real rocket man, Erik Kuna, is here. We've got some tasty giveaways, and it all starts in just 12.1 seconds. Let's go!
The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the tripod alternative that is changing the world. Everybody has a Platypod. You should too. Go to platypod.com.
Hey-o!
Here we are.
Here we are. Welcome, everybody. We are back live. Glad to see you. It's Wednesday, 1-ish. And we are live on the grid. We are talking about photography and Photoshop and Lightroom because it's open Q&A day. If you got questions on anything, we're taking them. But before we get to the questions, we got all kinds of stuff to give away. We got freebies as always.
Yeah,
we give away a ridiculous amount of stuff. What are we giving away today?
If you want to get a grip, you can get a Platypod grip right on the show.
Ouch.
Get a grip. This is a great... It's a holder for your iPhone or your Android. It works with any of them. But what I love about it is that little bottom plate. It's an Arca Swiss compatible. It can go right on your tripod.
It's
so
Arca
there you go.
Swiss compatible.
So somebody's going to win that today. We're also going to give away, if you have a computer that you drive called the Tesla. We're giving away that How Do I Do That with My Tesla book by Terry White and Scott Kelby.
Hey-o.
Yeah, you can find that over on Amazon as well, but we're going to give it away to one lucky Grid viewer today. This doesn't matter whatever channel you're watching us on, YouTube, Facebook, website, anywhere. We monitor all of them. And if you want to win any of these prizes, just tell us what you'd like to win. Also, ask questions, because the more questions you ask, the more times you're entered into the contest. And then, if you want to shoot in the middle of the night with nobody else, like I love to, get the night photography book.
If you're a loner.
How to avoid crowds and not be around people. It's great. So join me in all your night photography adventures. I'll take you through them there on that book. It's great. It takes you through any types, light painting, Milky Way, cityscapes, astrophotography. We cover it all, basically anything to do with night photography. And then, copy of Scott's Crush the Composition book.
What?
So we're giving that away. That one is interesting because it's not just, it's a coffee table book as well as an educational book all in one. But you can get that over on Amazon as well. But somebody's going to win it today here on the grid. And then we're giving away a copy of On One's No Noise AI, so plugin for removing noise and adding sharpening to your photos. An amazing plugin if you're a night photographer, or an amazing plugin if you're a wildlife photographer, where we have to capture action in low light environments, sometimes in shadowy environments, need to clean it up. Just look at the difference right there. It's just amazing what those files can do with your raw files and clean them up. And then we're giving away a V-Flat from V-Flat World. Now, this is for U.S. You have to have a U.S. shipping address, U.S. shipping only. But V-Flat World is giving away a V-Flat to one viewer today. But everybody can get a discount over at V-Flat World. They can use the code KELBY10 at checkout, and they'll get 10% off their order. So, again, all you got to do to enter the contest is tell us what you'd like to win, ask some questions, and at the end of the show, we'll get you your prize if you're one of those winners.
Woo! That's a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff.
We love to give away stuff. We love it.
All right. Anything else going on? Hey, there's got to be some other stuff going on in the photography world.
Well, we got
Photoshop
Photoshop World coming up.
That's big.
A big one.
That's big.
So, one of the secrets of photography is that half of the photography is what you do in the dark room. And the dark room right now is in our laptops and our computers. And coming to Photoshop World in September, you're going to be able to learn Photoshop, Lightroom, and everything you need to know about post-processing your images. We even have photography classes in there, as well, but most of it is based around the post-processing.
Yeah,
'cause
Lightroom and Photoshop.
That's the secret that a lot of people miss with photography. It's just as much about the darkroom, the digital darkroom, as it is what you're capturing in camera.
And you know what's nice is if you're like pretty new to Photoshop World, you might be thinking, well, I don't know if it's not, I don't really know Photoshop World. Come a day early because Mr. Kuna is doing a class on Photoshop for like absolute beginners.
Yep.
If you're brand new and you don't know, like I've always kind of wanted to learn Photoshop, go to Photoshop World. Go a day early. It's free. It's included with your conference pass, and go the day before. Go through Erik's class because then you'll feel comfortable enough to go out and watch other classes. So,
and it also, like even Terry White has a class. So some people want to know Photoshop or Lightroom, which one's for me?
I know,
right?
It's a good
and
one.
that's a good one too. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of topics, and what's great about it too is all those pre-conference sessions, all the track sessions across all the tracks. Everyone is recorded, and you get access to every single class. So even if you can't come, say Wednesday, you're like, I can't come on Wednesday. You're still going to get access to every class on Wednesday.
Yep,
in
it's
the replays.
3 days and 3 simultaneous tracks. It's so much training. It is the bargain of the year. So we hope we get to see you there.
Yes.
And Erik and I, of course, will be there answering questions and doing all kinds of stuff. It's you're teaching classes, I'm teaching classes. It'll be fun. Hope to see you there.
Yep.
Go to photoshopworld.com and sign up September 9th through 11th. What did I want to mention? All right, I got some food news.
Uh-oh.
It's not exactly drive-through, but
Okay.
it's really, really good, and it's relatively inexpensive. Nothing's really inexpensive anymore, but you know.
When you say it's not exactly drive-through, that means it's kind of quick food, but
Quick,
not
it's casual.
drive-through.
Quick casual.
Quick casual, okay.
It is quite a good chicken sandwich, surprisingly good, I think, and not a bad value because the price is decent. It's pretty much in line with what you would pay today at a drive-through.
Okay.
It's Chili's Buffalo Ranch Chicken Sandwich from Chili's. I'm telling you.
So they changed it then, or they
It's
changed
quite-
it?
it is
I feel like I've
quite
had
good.
that like years ago, and it was kind of just like,
Oh no. It is amazingly good.
well, they
It
changed
is.
stuff up.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very, very good. They have
Chili's has upped their game in the last couple
They
years.
have.
They've added like new burgers, like the smash burger one.
They've also
or-
added the big QP,
the
which
quarter
is the
pounder
quarter
kinda.
pounder. It is a bigger version of McDonald's quarter pounder, but that's the one from Chili's right there, the Buffalo Chicken Ranch Sandwich. I'm telling you, this is a very, very good sandwich. Really, surprisingly good.
Yep.
And I mean, I'd have to put it right up there at the top, one of the best.
Interesting.
I know. It's just
Yeah, I've had
it's
that before. So that's what Chili's is going through this
renaissance.
renaissance.
A renaissance.
There's a renaissance at Chili's.
There-
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
I'm still waiting for them though to bring back the baskets
All right.
that they used to have back in the day.
All
the
right.
plastic
I remember
baskets.
those. So listen, right now, Chili's
Don't
Chili's
go
has,
there.
No,
Don't go
no,
there.
Jason.
Get
what are
off
you
of
doing?
that.
Get
Go
off.
back.
Oh,
Go
whoa,
back.
Whoa. That
We
was
are not talking about
that
that.
was inappropriate.
Terrible.
All
Why
right.
would you do that?
That was just bad. All right. So what was
No.
it? I can't even remember what I was going to
No.
say. I had something
The
there.
last place you click is the nutritional
I
information.
can't even remember. That blew my mind so much. I'm scarred. No, there was something I was going to mention about this whole thing. Oh, Chili's. All right. Chili's has a deal going on right now. It's $10.99. And I see it advertised because I had somebody say, oh, that deal doesn't exist. It does. It's all over the country. You get the Big Smasher, which is basically it's all the toppings and everything of a Big Mac, but with a bigger burger. And it doesn't have the third piece of bread. So a Big Mac has a third piece of bread. It has bread and then another piece of bread.
It's actually
and then
it's really good too.
yeah.
It's really
so
good.
so Chili's did their version of it. It's the Big Smasher. Here's what you get. You get the Big Smasher, which is bigger than a Big Mac. You get French fries. You get a drink, and you get unlimited chips and salsa, which their chips and salsa is the best, just the best. Their salsa, I could drink it. It's amazing. All for $10.99.
It is a good deal.
That's a really
good deal.
$10.99. You can't go to Wendy's and get a meal like that for $10.99.
Now, the only place that people say, well, I can't get that, I do see where sometimes in like airports they won't do that. Because
Yeah,
they'll have,
maybe
like, a special
not in
menu or
'cause
like
you go to
tourist locations.
Because Chili's is in a number of airports, including like Tampa and other places.
But you'll get it like in a everyday
regular Chili's. They'll
just
have
in
it.
your
It's
town.
$10.99.
Yeah.
The big smasher meal. I mean, that's hard to beat. Like, and sit down, and Chili's is nice. I like Chili's. It's got a good vibe.
But I do miss those plastic baskets with like the paper in it.
I know. Well, those days are gone.
Those days are gone.
But they, you know, but you
I
could,
remember them.
you can still get a plastic
Nice.
basket.
Remember
to
the
throw your-
tables too, with like the tiles on it, like the color tiles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, the color tiles are right there. They're never in their restaurants, but there's
I know,
the color
there
tiles.
it is. All right, so that's the big that's their version of a quarter pounder, the big QP, and it's quite good ahead of the other day, quite good. But look at all that. Look at all the whole thing. You got the burger, you got the fries, you got the chips and salsa, and a drink.
So guys, save us. Ask us some photography, Photoshop, or Lightroom questions.
Yeah, because if
not, we're gonna keep on
if
talking
not,
about
I'm
Chili's.
all right, I'll go to my next one. World of Beer.
Yes,
World of Beer sounds like it would just be beer.
Yeah.
But they have great food, and their chicken sandwich is quite good as well.
No, I think that's not going to be a national thing. That's going to be like
It might be kind of local. Who's got? All right, let's talk about while we're waiting. Who's got the worst chicken sandwich in America? Hands down, if you're asking me, it's Wendy's.
Wendy's is really bad. I will say Burger King used to have the best, and now it is almost the worst.
Yeah, it's almost right there.
They went complete opposites.
Because they had what's called the big chicken.
There was a ka-ching. Ka-ching. Yeah.
Cha-king.
Yes.
That. And it was fantastic.
Amazing.
It was right up there at the top.
It was up with KFC and them were neck and neck.
But Burger King discontinued it, literally saying
it was too hard.
It was too hard to make consistently throughout the chain. So they said we just won't do it. It was absolutely fantastic.
We made such a good sandwich. It was too hard to make.
Good. All right. So Belinda says, "Hey Scott, what's the secret to shooting a NASCAR race? Just so you know, I met Joe Glida on Sunday, and he told me a hilarious story."
Well, that sounds like
like Joe. Every story that Joe tells is hilarious. Hopefully, it wasn't about me. The secret to shooting a NASCAR race is going to the spot where they're most likely to have a crash, because honestly, they just go around in a circle. It's not a very exciting. Like, you're really hoping what makes a NASCAR shot is to be there when they wreck.
Yeah, when the action is happening.
That's,
like the rest of the time, he's saying we've all seen a car driving around
in
a
a
track,
circle.
But when they smash into each other,
When they
and flip,
smash, and parts go everywhere. Yeah. I'm telling you, you get that.
It's unfortunate, but that's the action.
I didn't say anybody has to die.
Yeah.
I just said they have to crash up, and the cars are like, yeah, the car is damaged, but I'm okay. Find out where they have the problem and get there.
Yeah, because every track has that. Every track has a place where they kind of meet up. And
the other thing, Belinda,
problems.
if you can get a pit pass, if you can get, you have to pay extra to go to the pits. Go to the pits, and shooting a pit is good. Now, if you know anybody that has the, it helps if you know somebody, and I don't, or I would tell you, but over a lot of the pits, they have a guest area. And if you can get over there and shoot down on it, it's a wonderful shot. But yeah, the pits, look for that, and there you go. That's it.
All right, I got a question for you here. I'm not sure who's asking it because I see 1:06 p.m. They asked it.
Can you?
There Jack goes. K is
Jack.
asking.
Hey, Jack.
What do each of you use for your default camera profiles? Also, what are your thoughts on camera matching profiles? Do you use them?
Okay.
What's your answer?
All right. So first off, I shoot in RAW, so it doesn't matter what my camera profile is. It's going to be ignored by Lightroom and Photoshop. So I don't use those, and I don't use camera matching profiles. There's a weird.
No, it'll bring over whatever profile you shot in. If you had it set up, it'll like bring over and say like I shot in the landscape profile.
No.
It will bring that over.
No.
On mine, I set it up like the camera matching, and it'll come over. On mine.
Ooh, I don't
know.
It
It
does. I don't know.
It does. On my Canon.
I don't know. I have a Canon. It definitely comes over if you do JPEG.
Yeah. Well, I think with the camera matching you have to turn it on.
It's going to use whatever your default camera profile is.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. It's like your default, whatever your
default
set
is,
up,
it does honor that.
It honors that. But you can switch it because you're shooting RAW, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I think if you go in and you choose landscape, I don't think it honors landscape. I could be wrong.
It does for me.
Maybe it does for Eric. He has a nicer camera than I have.
Because I will say, that's the only profile I'll use. I like the landscape profile.
So when you bring it into Lightroom, it says landscape from the start?
Yeah.
It's not in your import.
No.
It's just, it says landscape.
But I also have my camera matching profiles on.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll let Erik answer this question, because that one.
But I love to answer the one part, I love the landscape profile personally. But
I like the landscape profile, and I choose it in Lightroom.
I think that's usually what I do, because I think the colors are better. It's probably what I shoot most of too.
It's more contrasting. It's more colorful.
Yeah, I don't really use. I mean, I could see where some people use the portrait one. It makes it a little bit.
Jack says clarification. What profile are you selecting in Lightroom? Landscape, for sure.
Landscape.
Absolutely.
That's usually what I'm using.
Vic wants to know. Vic, hey Vic. Vic wants to know, have you tried the new harmonizer in Gen AI? I absolutely have. I did a project this week with it, and I got to tell you, it works surprisingly well. I will say there's one thing that I think where it kind of messes up, but I'll give you an example. I used the harmonizer to do a composite. I took a picture that I shot of Sarah here in the studio, wearing a cowboy hat, and I put her with an Irish background behind it. And not only did it like make it look like she was outside, because it was shot in a studio with studio lighting, and it toned all that down. But because the background I put her on had the light coming from the opposite direction I lit her from, it relit her, lit her hair, lit her arm, and everything on the other side.
Amazing?
It is
So
absolutely amazing, and it did all of it. However, here's my thing. In my experience so far, it always underexposes the subject. So I would say that everyone is down about a stop or more every time it does it. It does do the color matching and the tone well. It matches the lighting, but it does not match the exposure well. In my experience, I think it drops the exposure too far. I haven't had a single instance where it did not drop the exposure to where I had to go back, do select subject, and then do the exposure. But it actually really, really is quite good. Bill's got a question.
What's Bill asking? Let's see. Are Lightroom Classic's remove tools just as good as Photoshop's?
I would say Lightroom Classic's new remove brush is the best they've ever had.
That's a good answer.
But I still don't think it's as good as Photoshop's. And I don't know why. It's Adobe would argue, oh, it's the same technology, but I don't get the same results. I've tried to get rid of things in Photoshop and in Lightroom, and I go, oh, it doesn't work. I go over to Photoshop, and it works perfectly.
And I have the same results.
Yep.
The same results of Lightroom can get the job done. And a lot of times, Lightroom gets the job done 100%.
Yeah,
it's totally fine.
It's not bad.
But when you run into the issues, and then you go over to Photoshop, you're like, oh, it worked just fine in Photoshop. So that's, I can only speak to what I've experienced, and I've experienced the same thing.
Yeah, I want to show you something. Give me a second to set this up, because I want to show you something on my phone. So I am in the midst of updating my big Lightroom book, the big 500-page Lightroom Classic book. And I was working on the chapter for mobile, and I want to show you something that I thought was actually really, really good. So let me see if I can show you. Hold on.
All right.
But I have to set it up here so you can see my phone through what you're looking at. Give me a minute.
Oh yeah, we'll take a break. When we come back,
yeah,
he's gonna show
you go, that thing.
There you go. And then the jib's starting to move. I can see Juan's already on the jib. It's moving.
It's moving.
Shaking. And we'll be right back.
Every masterpiece begins with a vision, a spark, a dream. At Photoshop World, you don't just learn tools, you unlock the power to create something unforgettable. Photoshop World 2025, the ultimate Photoshop training event.
Hi, I'm Karen Hutton, and I'm an award-winning photographer in landscape and travel. I'm also a professional Fujifilm X photographer. I'm here at Arches National Park, about to present you with a class about arches and canyonlands that I think you're going to love. I'm going to take you into some epic spots in both of these parks, show you my tips for lenses, time of day, the language of light, how to work with the park rules, how to avoid some of the crowds, that's always big on my list, and how to frame a variety of shots so you feel like you're walking away with a book of your adventure. I hope you'll join me in these two incredible parks exclusively on KelbyOne.
I'm Richard Burnaby, and I've spent the last 20 years chasing light and life across the wildest corners of the planet. And what I've learned is this: wildlife photography isn't about gear. It's not even about the animals. It's about connection. It's about presence. It's about telling a story that goes beyond the frame. In my new KelbyOne class, I'll show you how to approach wildlife in the field, from anticipating behavior to creating powerful compositions that include the environment, not just the subject. We'll talk gear, light, ethics, and most of all, how to make images that matter. So if you've ever wanted to make wildlife images that feel alive, not just seen, but felt, then this class is for you. Exclusively on KelbyOne.com.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Canon.
All right, we got it connected. This is the first time I've done this thing where you let your laptop take over your phone. So my phone is off, but I can run it from my laptop. That's weird.
That's pretty
All right,
cool.
so this is Lightroom Mobile. So this is Lightroom on your mobile device. If you're a Lightroom Classic user, you can send over photos and edit them. All right, so what we're going to do is go to the Remove tool right here. All right, see these people over here? Click on them, and it says, you see all these extra people, all these awful people on the bridge, and they're just mean? You're just going to click on Remove Extra People. And it says, those are the people I'm thinking of removing. Look at all those people. You just hit Remove right there and give it, and look.
They're gone.
They're gone. And if you go down here to Refine, you get 3 different versions of they're gone. Do you want this one or this one? The other interesting thing is if there's somebody you want to keep, like let's say that you put a family member there, you can just tap on them.
Yeah, keep that person.
You just tap on them and it keeps them. But I mean, look at that. It's gone. It's gone.
That's amazing.
All right, anyway. That was my whole demo. So
There we go.
there you go. Done.
Hey, we got people joining us all over the place. We got Belinda saying hi from a sunny Tulsa. Tell me when
You can
fall
show
gets
Eric
here.
now because there's nothing else happening on my screen.
Hey, Claudia is saying hi from Toronto, Canada. Stu saying hi all the way from Long Island, New York. Susan saying hi from sunny but not baking Columbus, Ohio. Marcus saying hi all the way from Germany. Lori saying hi from Newfoundland. Paul saying hi from Liverpool. And Barbara saying hi from Southern California. Kimberly saying hi from Central Florida. Tina saying hi from Oregon. Rhonda saying hi from Yellowknife. Wow, that's up there. And then Teresa saying hi from Somerville, Florida. Jeff saying hi from Kuno, Idaho. Hey, Kuna, Idaho. And then Tom saying hi from Northridge, California. Then Diane saying hi from Smyrna, Georgia. Amy saying hi from Maryland. Doug saying hi from Iowa. Rose saying hi from New Zealand. Nanette saying hi from upstate New York. Liesel, hey Liesel.
Liesel.
Saying hi from all the way down in Venice. And then Louise saying hi from Brazil. Allison from the UK. Bill from Sacramento. So we got people joining us all over the world. So ask your questions. We're answering your questions.
Yeah, it's open Q&A day.
Yeah.
If you have questions about Photoshop or Lightroom. In fact, we have, I think, some questions here.
Yeah. And if not, we'll just keep on talking about chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
John's asking, have you tried out the new on-one resize function?
I have not. We did a demo of it in my one-on-one podcast that I do, but that was right before they released it, so I have not. Now, I'm in a bad place with my plugins right now because I had old versions of On1 stuff. I had like a, like 2000, 23 and 2000. So I removed them, but I didn't use their uninstaller. Nope, that was stupid. I dragged them in the trash, and now my Photoshop won't launch if I have any plugins turned on. So once I get it fixed, I will try it. Let's see. Allison. Hi, Allison. Allison's from a foreign place. Allison asked, do you do this on your import settings? I think that is the landscape.
Yeah.
I don't. I just change them as needed because I don't. So, Allison, I would not change it to landscape for a portrait, and I shoot a lot of people.
Yes.
I do it for everything, I'll travel, landscape, and stuff like that.
Just keep it on landscape.
All right.
I actually prefer the Adobe landscape over my camera profile, though.
Oh, well, and anything's better than our camera profile.
Yeah.
What's the difference between adaptive and landscape profiles? So
Totally different, right?
Yeah, totally different.
Totally.
The adaptive is actually a AI-powered auto button. So you know how we use auto, and it gives you like an auto fix of your image? That's what adaptive is. Landscape is a preset thing that makes your image look a little more colorful. It's like putting a roll of Velvia in your film camera back in the day. Makes everything look more landscapey. So if you shoot landscape photos, it would kind of automatically put your foot on first base.
It definitely gives a better starting point.
Yes, that's what it is. It's a better starting point.
That's what I find, is that the adaptive just gives you a better starting point.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But adaptive actually processes your photo for you. It actually uses AI to go, I'm going to do the sky, I'm going to do everything, I'm going to do whatever's necessary to make a better version of auto. But if they take auto away, people that love auto would freak ass out. So that's what it is.
Yeah. And that's why if you push the auto button after you push the adaptive button, there's a dialog box that goes and says,
you can't do both.
Don't do this.
Don't do that.
You can't do that.
It'll let you do it, but it recommends that you don't.
Don't do this.
Yeah. All right. Robin's got a question. I can't see what
Florida.
it is. Robin
has a question.
Robin has a question. We have no idea what it is.
Up just a little bit.
There we go. Ooh, yeah.
Right. Agree. Lightroom versus Photoshop selections as well. Photoshop subject selection seems more precise, perhaps a different cloud logarithm.
Yeah. Well, actually, you get to choice in Photoshop whether you want to use what's called the onboard selection or you want to send it to Adobe's cloud. If you send it to Adobe's cloud, it takes a couple of seconds, but it is much more precise.
Better.
And
much
then
better.
otherwise,
can you show people where to do that?
Yeah.
Because this is like, if you're having problems with selections and you want to like have it definitely work, do what Scott's about to show.
Yeah.
If you let the cloud select, it's much better.
Let me show you. Now, I don't know if this is, I just grabbing a photo I had open.
Yep.
So you have to first choose a selection tool. Right,
yep.
so I've chosen the quick selection. Just choose one of those. Then over here, up at top, it says select subject. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hold on, it's this button. It says select subject. And if you click on the arrow next to it, you have your choice: device, which is what Lightroom does by default, or the cloud one, which gives you better results. And so if you choose device, let's see what it gives us. And hit select subject. Oh, it didn't do a bad job.
Yeah, it didn't do a bad job.
It selected both planes.
This really works if you have a lot of like wires and sky.
Yeah, but it often does a very good job. But let's do cloud. It's not going to do any better it's just going to do the same thing. But we got lucky in this one because it's two red planes on a blue background. Like, how's it going to miss? But see how you got a progress bar?
Yeah, but see now it did say.
It picked
wait
up
a minute.
Clouds.
The cloud, the contrails,
the contrails, not the clouds,
are part of the subject. So see, that's why.
Oh, that we got lucky there with that image.
So that's why sometimes you want to see what the cloud will pick up that you're not picking up.
Ooh, so that's the difference. Ooh, look at that! I'm surprised. That was pretty.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
Nope.
And that image right there. Is a tribute to Allison and her husband Jeremy,
there you go,
who are convicted felons that have been banned from the United States, and you can see why. All right, no, that is of course a joke. All right, let's see. Tim's got a question.
Yeah, what tips can you offer for taking sky photos for sky replacements?
So the biggest thing I can tell you, Tim, is to use the lens and the focal length of what you normally shoot.
That's a big one.
Because if you shoot a lot of wide angle, you should shoot your skies as wide angle. If you shoot a lot of telephoto, like for example, if I'm doing sky replacements for aircraft, I want to go back to air shows where I was shooting with a 600 millimeter lens, and I want to pull those clouds that I shot with a 600 millimeter, and I'll shoot some with a 400 or whatever, because you want it to look realistic to match the scene. That's really the most important thing, is that the focal length. So if you go, oh, I shoot wide most of the time, then shoot at 24, get your clouds at 24.
Or shoot at multiple lengths too. Like,
Yeah,
if you have beautiful clouds,
Sure.
I'll take, 24 to 240 and I'll go at 24 and then maybe 35, 40, and then go in a little closer and just have a couple options. So that way I know later, oh, this is going to match up pretty good. Because that's a dead giveaway. If you have a 400 millimeter shot and then you're shooting like a 24 millimeter sky, I immediately know it looks wrong.
It looks wrong. All right, Janice has got a question here.
Yeah. What mode do you use for outdoor portraits?
I either leave it at Adobe Color or I switch it to Adobe Portrait. They don't make that big a difference, to be honest with you, but I could switch it. If I want something flatter, I would switch it to Adobe Portrait.
And just to kind of like to clarify that's just your profile. It's the starting point, right?
Yeah, you're just choosing a starting point.
You just want the best starting point.
And there was some more up here. There was a good one from Rose. Hi, Rose. All the way from the other side of the world.
Yeah, how do I put Lightroom Mobile on my computer?
Well, that was a Mac thing, Rose. So there is a feature on a Mac, and it is called iPhone mirroring.
Yeah.
And what that did was I launched it, and it said, go through these steps, and then it showed it on screen, and I could use my regular pointer to control my phone.
Now, if you don't have that, because some people will say they don't have it, you don't update your computer. And that's what a lot of people do, is they don't have the most recent versions.
I'm using Sierra, I think.
Yes.
Sequoia. I'm sorry, Sequoia.
Yeah, I just noticed that a lot of people will say, well, I don't have that. And then when you look
it's
into
a Mac
it, it's
Sequoia
like
thing.
You've got a 4 or 5 versions old operating system.
Yeah.
So.
Karen. Hi, Karen. Karen Grillian. Hi, Karen.
Yeah.
So Karen is coming to Paris with me here next month.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Paris.
Karen says, what are your thoughts on noise removal in Lightroom? It works quite well.
It's very good now.
It's just slow.
It's very good now.
Slow. It's very good and very, very slow, so I don't use it. Honestly, I use On1 No Noise because the Lightroom one works. They're very similar in how they work. You have more control, much more control with On1 No Noise than you do with, but control aside, it also not only does it take longer, it lies. It'll say 30 seconds, and it's like a minute and a half. It's like it's never right. But it is very, very slow. I have literally had people email me and say I ran it and it took 32 minutes. So, what does On1 No Noise take? 6 seconds. So, that's my only. The results are great. The time is misery. There you go. Cheryl.
Right. Cheryl's asking, when editing landscapes, do you choose landscape in Lightroom or standard?
All right. I need to make this clear. Landscape all the time.
Pretty much all the time.
Unless it's a portrait. Landscape all the time.
I would do the same thing. Same thing. Let's see. We did that one. I'm not sure of that question there.
Gail's question or
no,
Sharon's?
Right up the one that Christina, you just passed.
Oh, can you scroll up a little bit? Can you scroll up? Up. There you go, right there.
It's Scott. Wetlands would you recommend for
Wetlands?
Okay, that makes sense. What lens would you recommend for travel photography? Telephoto lens for his Nikon Z8.
I would recommend.
We know that one.
Nikon's 24 to 200. It's an all-in-one lens. It's very sharp. It's very lightweight. I have a number of friends that have that lens and love it.
Yes.
The 24 to 200, highly recommended.
Yes.
On Nikon.
And then Gail's asking, do you anticipate Adobe abandoning Lightroom Classic as Lightroom CC or mobile is able to remain local and not requiring cloud storage cost? So.
All right. Yes. At some point, I don't know when. And Adobe has not said this, but I think that eventually they're going to find a way to get everybody to migrate to The other Lightroom, I would say yes. Is it going to happen in the next 3 to 4 years? I don't think so. Because there's a ton of people that are still on Lightroom Classic because it's lovely.
It's the majority of photographer, like not. I'm talking like
pro photographers,
like,
serious photographers.
That's the word, serious photographer.
Serious photographer. I'll give you an example. True story. I'm teaching in Adobe's booth a couple of months ago at the Build conference in New York City. I'm at Adobe's booth. There's hundreds of people in their theater sitting and standing all the way around.
This
big
is in
crowd,
Adobe's booth.
In Adobe's own booth. And I'm getting ready to do a tricks class, and I'm going to be showing Classic. So I asked the crowd, how many of you use Lightroom Classic? Every hand goes up out there. Then I said, ooh, okay, how many of you using Lightroom Cloud? 1, 2, 3. 3 people at Adobe's booth in New York out there. So do I think Lightroom Classic's going away anytime soon? No. Do I think it'll go away eventually? Probably.
I mean, they're going to have to do stuff to do that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff missing out of it still.
There are, but they keep adding stuff. They added, like, multiple monitor support.
Yeah,
finally. But
I mean,
there's still stuff missing.
My big thing is the storage. Like, I just don't. I mean, I'd be paying.
Well, that's what she was saying. Is you don't have to use the cloud storage.
Yeah, I know, but I know you don't. But
yeah. I'm not ready to make. There are a lot of features still missing, including ones that I can't live without. You can't even print out of it. There's no print.
There's just stuff missing.
It's like, you can't print. There's no tethering.
If they would just make
they may have the same feature, but
version.
But whatever feature they have is like super limited. I'll give you an example. They finally added smart collections, but of course they couldn't call them smart collections because that makes too sense. They call it like something albums. I forget what it's called. Like, I don't know.
Because they have to confuse us.
Yeah, they have a different name for them, but they're like smart albums. But does it have the depth and the power of the ones in Lightroom Classic? No, it does not. So if you tell Adobe, well, you don't have smart collections. Yes, we do. We have one. They're called this, but they're not as good. They don't have the level of depth and the things you can do.
That's my thing. I agree with you. It's going to get there, but it's like I can't see it right now.
Yeah.
I can't see it right now.
Yeah, eventually we'll probably all want to go over there for some reason or another, but
I would love to.
It's not yet.
Over there.
It's not yet. Yeah. All right.
We should take a break. They're asking us to take a break. When we come
Sharon
back,
wants to know. Hold on, Sharon. I got to. So when you mess up Lightroom by putting plugins in the trash, how do you fix it? I haven't learned that yet. So here's the thing. I called my friend Terry White, my co-author of the Tesla book, and at Adobe for 29 years, I believe, and a genius on all this stuff. He works for Adobe. So I called Terry and I asked him, and he said, you need to do a clean wipe of all the Adobe things and reinstall them all. But I went and looked at what a clean wipe entails. It scared the hell out of me. It's not you run a program and it goes away. It's like a 10-step process and you're writing code and all. I'm like, so I'm going to have to do it because I'm stuck. I've uninstalled Photoshop. I've reinstalled it. I can still run plugins out of Lightroom. I just can't run them out of Photoshop.
Oh, weird.
I've uninstalled it, reinstalled it. I tried the beta. It doesn't work on the beta. Like the beta.
So basically what you're saying is you got to go through the 10-step process.
I'm going to have to go through the 10, but it's a scary process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make Terry sit with me and go through it because he has to pay the price too.
There you go.
All right, we're going to take a short pause. When we come back, Allison has said something.
Uh-oh.
And when Allison asks, we always honor her questions. We'll be right back.
Strap in for Creativity Mountain. 45 plus sessions of full throttle inspiration. Photoshop World 2025, the ultimate Photoshop training event.
You're trying to put your portfolio together. And you know what stops more people than anything, Rick? Deciding which images make the cut. It's so hard.
It is.
And Rick knows because in this course on KelbyOne, I asked Rick, pick 75 of your best photos. Was it hard getting those 75
It was
together?
very hard. Susan Salmon helped me very, very hard.
But in this class, we're getting it down to just 24. We're going to show you a number of different ways how to make decisions, how to not fall into portfolio traps, and we're going to do it together. You're going to see it all happen live as we do it, as we go from Rick's 75 hand-picked images all the way down to 24. But when you see the process and how we use Lightroom to help us make this
Yep.
easy, it's going to make a huge difference. It's going to help you get your portfolio online. And we're going to show you how to get your portfolio online without paying anything extra. We're even going to upload the images and take the 24 that we choose are Rick's, get them up there. It's going to be great. And how painful was the process?
Well, it was painful, but I'm going to still love you at the end.
You got to come and watch it and see as we go through the process of building your portfolio, what makes the cut. It's a brand new course exclusively at KelbyOne.com.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by B&H Photo, the professional source since 1973.
Hey,
All right.
we're back.
Yeah, we got a question from Allison. Another question from Allison. And she's asking, if you use generative remove in Lightroom Classic, do you use up your Adobe tokens?
You do not.
Aha.
Nope, generative remove doesn't count against it. So that's
Heck.
nice. Yeah.
There you go. Bulls fan, Will, is asking, would you carry your large lens in for wildlife? Like a Canon 600 f4, Sigma 60 to 600. Like, what do you
I
carry?
bought a third party, I can't even remember the name of it, a third party
Like a
bag for my,
case.
well, not a 600
Yeah.
or 400, but it's a soft sided bag that will fit in any small plane's overhead. And so
Yeah, it's not hard case.
not a hard
'cause the hard
case, it's
cases
soft.
won't fit a lot of times.
it's soft,
yeah.
but man, it does a great job of I got it at B&H. I can't remember the name of the, Eric's looking right now, but it's a soft-sided case. It's a very popular line of bags for that. And we'll see if we see it here. I'll know it in 1 second here.
No, we don't have to do like telephoto.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. He's looking. He's cooking. He's looking.
I don't know. I can't find it.
Yeah, let me give it a shot. Hang on. Let's see. What do we got here? It's...
Can't even think of the name of it.
let's see if I can come up with it. No, it's none of these. It's none of these. But I don't know. I have no idea.
But it's basically a soft case that'll fit your lens.
Yeah, they
Now,
sell them at B&H. And
some of there are backpacks that will fit. They're huge, but there's backpacks that will fit.
yeah, the what are the Mind Shift?
Yes.
Makes big backpacks.
So there are some backpacks that fit, and I mean but you're going to be large cases. Yeah, I can't find one. No, that's not it. That's
not it.
Small. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but basically a soft case.
Eric, I don't know.
It's a soft case.
Yeah, it's a soft case.
I can't remember. It's
It's
soft case.
rectangular soft case. Opens at the top. Tons of padding on the inside. Your lens fits right in.
Yep.
They make them custom font, whatever, any size you want.
There you go. All right, Karen's asking, I have learned so much from KelbyOne on editing in Adobe. Awesome. And then saying, I have a basic version, but don't pay for updates. Is it worth a subscription fee for all the latest updates? Okay.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. Just for the masking stuff alone, absolutely, positively, was the biggest game changer we've had in 10 years. Yes, it is absolutely worth it.
It's making, if I had to go back to the old versions before the cloud, right, it's the time. You could do
What's
it.
your time's worth?
Yeah, that's what it is. You can do it, but your time, it is.
But it didn't do selections in Lightroom like you can do.
No, that's what I'm saying is it would just take, and you'd not only time, you'd have a worse experience, you'd be working harder.
Yeah.
Like, it just saves so much time.
All right, but here's my thing. I'm going to go one up. Ready? Here we
Okay.
go. Watch. Here's the thing. If you were to drive through Wendy's or McDonald's right now, it's going to cost you for lunch that is gone in a half an hour the same as it's going to cost you to get Photoshop and Lightroom, the latest versions with all the new features, for a month. A month. Professional level software for less than a Wendy's value meal. Come on. That seems like a reasonable investment, right?
Yes.
Just saying.
All right. Was there one right above that?
Barry wants to know, I'm going to let you answer this, Eric.
Yeah.
Can you recommend your favorite external backup battery?
Oh, external backup battery. I've got a couple. I love the ones that have, I have the magnetic chargers, right? So our phones have the magnetic chargers. We're talking about like a backup battery that we can just like
For your phone.
Like that one is awesome where it has a mobile magnet.
Yep.
But then it also has to where you can charge via USB and via Lightning. I even have one that I really like that has this little solar panel on it, so it can charge while I'm out in the field and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Solar pan. Solar.
the thing is, there's so many of them. You can just go on Amazon and find, but I really love those ones that just magnetically stick on the back of your phone.
Jennifer has an interesting question.
Yeah, she has a question, and she's saying, when I shoot on a gray background and I expand it in Photoshop, I get squares around the initial size. How can I avoid this? This is a good one.
Here, Jennifer, the way to avoid it is you got something wrong with your Photoshop, is to reset your preference setting, because that's not how it works. It should not work like that at all. There should be no square around the initial size. Something's wrong. And this is typical of the stuff that would happen. It just happens for some stupid reason. But I think it will go away if you reset your preferences. So quit out of Photoshop. If you're on a Mac, hold Shift, Option, and Command. If you're on a PC Windows, hold Shift, Alt, Control. Restart Photoshop. It's going to bring up something that's going to sound like, do you want to redo your settings file or something? It won't say your preferences because that would be too easy, but that's what it does. It resets you to the factory preferences. Now, it's not going to remove any brushes you created or actions or any of that stuff, but you'll start getting all those little tutorials that pop up that drive you nuts. Those will come back. But anyway, your problem will be gone, Jennifer. I'm going to guess, I got 99% sure, not 100, but 99% sure that that'll fix it, because that's not how it's supposed to work. It's not you, Jennifer, it's them. So reset your preferences, and that should take care of it.
Yeah.
All right, here's one for Eric from
Yes.
Ken. He says, Eric, what settings do you use when you use on-one, no noise for astrophotography? Do you do anything than what comes up by the normal
Yeah.
default?
So when you launch it, the software it analyzes your photo and goes, hey, I'm just going to set the levels for you.
Yeah.
I would say 99% of the time it's good.
Yep.
There are times when maybe I might back off a little bit if it's removing a little bit too much noise where it doesn't have some natural grain in the photo, but that's about it. But I find that that's probably going to be 1 time out of 10. That's not going to be the norm. So most of the time it's exact. And like Scott was talking about, the beauty for any work, but astrophotography, it's quick. And the other thing that I love about it for astrophotography, it doesn't remove stars. A lot of noise plugins would remove stars thinking they're noise.
Right.
So it does a really good job. Of the ones I've tested, it does the best job to retain the stars, the detail there.
Bill has a question from Sacramento.
Yeah, it's asking, in applying denoise on a photo, is there a way to denoise the background and not the subject?
Here's what I would do, Bill. You're going to have to do it in Photoshop. You're not in Lightroom.
Yeah,
Go to Photoshop.
that's the way to do it.
Select your subject and put your subject on their own background by pressing Command J on a Mac or Control J if you're on a Windows PC. Then go back to the background layer and denoise. You'd have to open up Camera Raw as a filter and denoise.
Yeah,
It's not the greatest.
Just remember too, when you do that, you're gonna have noise you're gonna still have some noise in the foreground, but then you'll have no noise in the background. So it might look fake. It can look fake if it goes too far.
I know.
So you have to kind of.
But sometimes you only see the noise in the shadows.
Yeah,
so that
and
may
that's
be
the thing
why.
is if you can only see the noise there, then it'll totally work.
How about Allison's question? This is a tough one.
How's Terry's toe?
I've never tasted it, but I understand they're delicious. No, so Terry dropped a Cintiq on his toe. The old Cintiq, the old heavy one, dropped it on his foot, and he had to go to the emergency room. He's actually okay. Actually, Terry sent me a picture of it. Well, it was all bandaged up, thankfully. But yeah, he's okay, and it fractured his toe, so he's hobbling around. He's in New York, hobbling around right now.
Well, they're telling us we're ready for the final break.
It's the final breakdown. We're going to take a short pause. When we come back, we're going to answer a question from Robin from Florida. And then...
any other questions that come in?
Yeah, there we go.
Howdy folks, Moose Peterson here in what's been my playground for decades, Yosemite National Park. This is part of KelbyOne's National Park Series, and we've got something very special for you. Well, whether you're a first-time visitor or you've been here many, many times, it's gonna be new every time. We're gonna start off at Tunnel View, a place that's gonna get you revved up. We're gonna take you up the trail to Yosemite Falls. And we're going to take you up personally, intimately with these places. Where do you go? Where do you stop? What cameras do you take? What lenses? How do you make it really simple and easy, not complex, so you take in all the places here, and that comes through in your photograph, your passion, your love for being outdoors, and of course, Yosemite. So come along. This is going to be a marvelous class for you to get inspired. It's going to be exclusively on KelbyOne.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the world's most compact tripod base.
Hello, we're back. Robin, talk to me.
Robin's asking, did you try to delete, or she's actually giving you a comment here. Did you try to delete the Photoshop plugin plist, make a copy first, or simply try some different plists? Also, you can go back in Time Machine.
I don't have it backed up using Time Machine. I back up through a whole different system. It's not Time Machine. But Robin, may I call you Robin? Robin, where is the Photoshop plugin plist? When I go to I have 277 things called plist, and none of them say Photoshop that I can see, but I haven't gone through all 200. If you could help me find this, Robin, listen to me. If I can find this Photoshop plist, I delete it after making a copy first, like you said. And it works. I'm going to send you a signed copy of any book that you want that I've written. Help me out, Robin. I'm dying here.
All right. Robin, on the case.
On the case.
Anders has a question. What filter brand should I get to make the long exposures? I'm using a Z lens, so a 14 to 24 2.8. So it needs to be 112 millimeters.
You're going to have to buy probably a bracket, because doesn't the 14 to 24 bow out?
I think it does. I think it has like a, well, let's see.
So I would go look at Haida, Haida, which make beautiful filters, and I've used their ones that were for the old 14 to 24. So see, does it bulge out or not?
Well, it does look like it bulges out, but it looks like it has a threading there too.
To put a 14 to, does it have a drop in? Any kind of drop in? No.
No. Well, that'd be another question. Does it have like a drop in? No. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. That looks.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, go look at Haida and see if they make one for it.
There's also
Haida.
there's also another option that you can do is you could put a ND filter basically dropped into your camera, like on the back end. Let me go find that. Oh boy. B&H's site, sometimes my computer freaks out. But that's what's going to be your problem is I think it's like Scott's saying, you're going to need like a bracket that can
a holder for a
that
square,
can hold for like a big square one.
Yeah.
It's like 100 and, well, at that point you need like a 140 millimeters or something square. Yeah. That's the only problem with those like really wide angles where they got like the bulbous in the front.
He didn't ask us all that. He said, what filter brand? I say Haida.
Haida.
That was easy.
Yeah, Haida.
Claudia.
Yeah, any tips for shooting an air show where the sun is in front of you and behind the planes? This is the problem. So backlit.
Yeah.
Any tips for shooting? Don't shoot the planes when they're backlit. Well, or use the backlit to your advantage.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a lot in post processing now by selecting the plane and opening up the shadows and things that you couldn't do before. So unfortunately, I think if you could find, you don't have to shoot the show from show center, right?
That's
the thing.
Yeah.
Go to one of the ends and you'll get maybe a better angle on it, so everything's not backlit. That's what I would recommend. At show center, it's probably backlit, but you don't have to shoot from show center. So
here's what you need, or this is a used one, but I just was finding it. That Haida makes a rear lens ND filter kit for the Nikon Z 14-24 that goes on the rear. So basically it goes on the rear of the lens, and then Haida makes them where you can actually drop in the filter on the backside.
There you go.
So there you go.
Haida, woo! All right, Patrick, Erik, the image you took from the cruise ship was beautiful. Did you use a tripod?
I did.
He did.
You have to use a tripod if you're going to do a long exposure. Like I did a 2-minute long exposure when you can't handhold, right? You have to be able to do it. So anytime you see me doing a shot that's going to be longer than, I don't know, half a second, I'm going to be on a tripod. So
Cammy.
It's saying, what is your normal working external drive to store photos and work in Lightroom and Photoshop? And what backup drive?
So my backup drive is a Synology NAS. That's where I have everything at home. I have it all backed up. I have it doubly backed up. I have the NAS connected to a G-Tech that backs up the NAS. So I'm paranoid, and that whole thing gets backed up to Backblaze. So there's that. So outside of that, then I have I carry around a 2 terabyte Lexar SD drive that I carry with me, like in my backpack and stuff. That's my everyday working Lightroom and Photoshop. I'm on vacation, I'm taking a trip, I'm doing a workshop. That stays with me everywhere I go. But you don't have to get the Lexar brand, though. That's the one I use. But I am also a Lexar Elite photographer, so that's part of me I get that as part of being an elite photographer, which is cool. But I don't want to make you think that you have to get that one. There are other SD drives. That one has worked great for me. I love it. So
speaking of cool, this is cool. I found it on B&H site, a new one.
Yeah.
So it's $150, right?
$150.
But that's pretty cool. It drops in the back. You see it's like in there, and then you can just drop in your filters. Like, that's awesome.
That is nice if you have one of those weird lenses.
If you have one of those weird lenses, that's very nice.
Very nice. And
I would totally
like
get
Haida's stuff a lot.
I would totally get that.
He would totally get it.
Totally.
All right. Here's one from Erik.
Erik is asking, is there a way to go from Lightroom Mobile back to Lightroom Classic? I'm starting to regret the cost of paying for the Adobe Cloud.
Well, yeah. So the whole idea behind being able to use Lightroom Mobile if you're a Classic user is the stuff moves back and forth. You shoot stuff in Lightroom or on your camera roll. You can have it import right into Lightroom, and then it comes back to Lightroom Classic. So yeah, you go back and forth if you have a
I think go up to it. Is there a way to go from Lightroom Mobile back to Lightroom Classic?
Yeah, sure there is.
Because I think they're starting to
You
read
have
the
to turn on
cost.
sync. Yeah, of Adobe Cloud. You have to turn on sync.
Yes.
And then when you create images, if you shoot an image with the camera in Lightroom, it automatically goes back.
Yeah, so you have to have that Adobe Sync on.
You have to have sync on. If you have a collection that you're shooting in on your Classic, it goes to your phone. If you change things on your phone, it goes back to Classic. So it does. Your stuff's always synced
Yeah, like
together.
going back and forth.
Now, it only syncs things that you tell it to sync. Right? Like, in other words, if you have a collection, it doesn't sync all your collections. Like, so Lightroom Cloud syncs every collection you have, and then they're stored in the cloud, and it pulls them down as needed. This one is syncing only the collections in Classic. In other words, I don't know, I have maybe 15 collections I sync to my phone. I don't have all my collections synced. I could, I just don't. I just only sync the ones that I need. But yeah, it goes back and forth. So if I have a collection that goes over to Lightroom on my mobile device, I make edits here, I crop, I do whatever, it goes automatically back to Lightroom Classic. So
Nice.
there you go.
Barbara, how do I set my preferences to Photoshop 8-bit? Right now it's set to 16-bit.
So Barbara, I'm assuming you're talking about in Camera Raw, that when you open up a Camera Raw image, it always opens up in 16-bit, which is the default. Give me 1 second and I'll show you how to do that. Don't move, don't breathe, don't make a sound. Let me find an image. Not that. All right, 1 second.
Not that, not that.
Not that. Hold on, I'll just grab an image here off my desktop or whatever. What do we got here, boys and girls? Not those. Hang on. Oh, I'll just go to my stinking desktop. Hold on. Ho-de-do. Ho-de-do. Hey, here's the... No, that's not the image. That's not the image. But this is one I tried. The thing, it didn't work. Hold on, let's try it again. That was... I didn't... No, it didn't. It worked. I just didn't like it. Here we go. All right. So here we go. So right here, Barbara, this little link down at the bottom, right here, you click on that, and this is where you get to choose your depth.
Depth, right there.
And set your depth to... This is actually a preference setting down there. You're actually setting... If you look at the top, it says Camera Raw Preferences. Switch it from 16 to 8 like I have mine right there.
There you go.
That'll do the trick there, Barbara.
All right. Lee's asking, what formats does denoise use when I send a photo over from Lightroom? It is in TIFF, and does denoise is unavailable in Camera Raw?
Denoise is in the detail panel. They've moved it. It is in the detail panel now in Camera Raw, and as long as you shot a raw photo, it should be available.
Yes.
Should not be grayed out. It should be right there.
Yeah, so something else is going on, if it is.
What's David saying?
All right, David's saying that, do you think...
Wait, he's in Edinburgh.
Yes, he's in Edinburgh.
Lovely,
he's asking,
lovely place.
Do you think the interest in old school film cameras will continue, or just peter out as I see no advantage over modern day digital? So
David, I know you've read an article that says that old school film cameras are hot. They're not. It is not a 0.5% of the market. It's just people love that, just like the album.
It's like a trendy thing.
It's just a trendy thing that people are going, oh, I want to shoot film and stuff. It's just a little trendy thing. It is. If you look at what camera sales are for film cameras, they're virtually don't.
If it was that big, Canon, Nikon, and Sony would be coming out with modern day film cameras.
Yeah,
they would. They'd totally do it because they would want the money. They would be like, "Yeah, I'll take it."
Magazine article, a news article online, but in reality, no one's really doing it of any consequence. I don't mean no one in the world is doing it, but very, 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 very few people. There are people now. I read an article where people are really jazzed on cassette tapes. Are cassette tapes going to be digital downloads? Are cassette tapes going to be the new thing? No.
It's trendy though.
It's trendy.
Just
for
like,
some
and
people.
I agree with you. It's going to peter out. I see no advantage over modern day digital. I agree.
I see a million disadvantages.
Yeah. And it's fine. If you want to do it,
Yeah.
go do it.
Go have fun.
Have fun.
Get some cassettes while you're out.
Yeah. All right. Mark. Get some mini discs. All right. Mark's asking, when editing in Lightroom, Photoshop, Topaz Denoise, and Topaz Sharpen, what order is best? I'm guessing Lightroom and
sharpen last. That's it.
Yep.
Does the other stuff
Sharpen
doesn't matter?
last, and then usually if it's bad noise, denoise first.
Yeah, denoise first and sharpen last. There you go.
Yep, that's it.
All right, let's get to our prizes.
So
lots of good questions today.
Yeah.
Though. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, Jack K's going to get the Crush Composition book. Charles Putnam is getting the V-Flat from V-Flat World. Randy Melton is getting the Night Photography book.
Yay.
Warren's getting the On One No Noise. And then Brenda Weaver is getting the Platypod. And then David Fisher is winning the Tesla book. So
all right.
All you got to do is email us over at gridprize@kelbyone.com. We'll verify your information, send out your prize. Just try to do that by this Friday, please.
Yeah, Friday's nice.
It'd be nice.
All righty. Well, that is it for this grid. Don't forget to go to photoshopworld.com. If you ever wanted to learn Photoshop or thought, I probably should learn Photoshop, this is the place. And Erik really said it earlier, which was really nice. If you take this beginner's class, and then you can watch some of these classes, but if you want to begin your Photoshop journey, it's there for a year.
Yep.
You can go back anytime and watch any of these. And there are also photography classes, there's Lightroom classes, but the emphasis
the bulk
of this
of it
is Photoshop, right? So it's Photoshop World. So, but get on board. What do you got to lose? And we got great instructors too, really, really great people. People like Brett Malley and Kirk Nelson are absolute Photoshop geniuses. And we got Vanelli. Come on, you got Vanelli.
Richard Burnaby, Joe McNally, Rick
Richard
Salmon,
Burnaby. You got
Lisa Carney.
Let's go back to Vanelli.
Yep.
Nobody's got Vanelli, but we got Vanelli. Come on.
Yep.
All right.
All that.
Well, thank you, everybody. Thanks to our crew here. Thanks to all of our sponsors, because without them, well, it would just be a dark screen. And thanks to you all. We will see you next Wednesday. We're back live here on the grid.
All right, let's go get a chicken sandwich.
Let's go get a big chicken sandwich. It's chickeny and chickeny.